Thank you to everyone for joining us today for the Direct Farm Conference. As you might know, we do these conferences now quarterly to bring farmers resources, tactics, and best in class from other industries to help your farm business be successful. We tend to organize around a theme. In particular, we have 4 levers that we focus on that we've discovered help farmers be successful. Those are brand, price, quality, and convenience. Today's conference is all about price. How do you price to win, to move product, to lock in those buyers, and to basically have consistent sales? Before we get started, I want to provide a little bit of context on Barn2Door. We are a solution for farmers who sell direct. And by solution, I mean a software platform providing farmers the tools that they need to be successful managing orders, customers, sales, marketing, transactions, and even logistics. But in addition to software, we service farmers. We support them when they're working with us through chat, through resources, through tools, tips, and even things like today's conference. So for us, it's more than just the software. For us, it's about the relationship. It's ongoing growth for the farmers that we work with and bringing them the best practices. One of the really important things that we've discovered now working with thousands of farms is that buyers' experience or buyers' expectations really, really matter. Buyers, if they're looking at 2 different farms to purchase from and one delivers to their door and one has, on-farm pickup only or to be arranged only, the people will buy from the person who delivers to their door. So they expect that convenience. So we know that that's a really important thing that we're building into the software, that we share that data with farmers. Of course, farmers are going to make whatever choice works for them, but we also want to get them the data and the tools and the information that they need to be successful. You're actually going to hear today from some key speakers on what is buyer experience. And really, in a nutshell, it's if you're going to sell anything, in this case food or products off farm, you have to consider what the buyers want or need or expect or are looking for, not just in the product, but in the whole buying experience and in the whole experience of your farm. One thing we know about buyers today is they need to be reminded to shop. So email marketing, newsletters are critical. We find that when our farmers send a newsletter, they get sales. When they send order reminders or automate order reminders, they get sales. People like the nudge. It's a very usual experience now for shoppers online or just shoppers in general to have reminders and touches from their favorite brands. So really important. The other thing you should know about Barn2Door is that we care about farmers' time. And so one of the things that we consider as a software company is what can we build to help save a farmer time, which includes talking to farmers and saying, hey, you're using the platform now, talk to us, like where do you spend the most time and where can we potentially save you time? And software is amazing. It can actually help automate. I mentioned automated order reminders, that you can send out automated emails, etc. Any place that we can save time for farmers, we really push to do so because you need things to be useful and functional. And so when we're thinking about software, we want to find ways that we can fix things and make them smoother and work well and be practical and useful to you, the farmer. Really looking forward to diving in on topic. I have a few things to share with you with regard to some of the product features and capabilities that are coming. A lot of farmers have been asking what's next, so I'm about to share that along with some other things we're going to be sharing for the first part of 2021. Now, that being said, before we dive in, we actually recently shot some video over talking about sort of the origins of Barn2Door. You start with humble roots and then you grow really quickly. What was that journey like? So let's pop over to that video real quick. I'm going to take a peek, and then when we come back, I can share some really big news from Barn2Door. My name is Janelle Maiocco, and I'm the founder and CEO of Barn2Door. Many people, when you start a company, ask you why. I grew up in an agricultural community. My grandfather was a dairy farmer and a chicken farmer, so I spent a lot of time standing between cows and collecting eggs. I picked berries for summers, like when I was in junior high. They bussed us in. Our summer job was picking strawberries and blueberries and raspberries. It was just part of what we did. After that, I actually worked many, many years in restaurants. So from a busser to a hostess to a server, and ultimately to a chef. So I worked many, many years in the restaurant. So again, great affection for food, the quality of food, local food, and really the amazing industry that the restaurants deliver for us. But actually, my degree was in business. I have 20 years in technology and business. I got an MBA here in Seattle, Washington. And that dumped me into this amazing entrepreneurial ecosystem, great technology-minded city. I worked for a small food venture fund. I worked for many startups, large companies. 10 years in though, I took a break and I went back to culinary school and became a trained chef. Kind of a dream come true, really wanted to sort of dig in even further. At that point, I actually took a quick tour, taught at a cooking school for a little bit, and tried to source local food direct. I discovered quickly that there are 40,000 farmers in Washington state alone, and there was tons of demand for local food. People wanted to support the farmers and buy from them, but didn't know how to get the food, didn't know what they had. There was a miss in terms of how buyers expect to buy today. And since I had come from software, the bells went off and you're like, oh, it's software. People want to buy online. 93% of people have purchased from Amazon. That's a lot of people. That means all of farmers' existing customers have purchased from Amazon. So this is the way things are going, and increasingly people are buying online. And that really launched the next 10 years of my career, where I was trying to solve that with software for farmers to make it easy for buyers like you and me, chefs, consumers, anybody and anything that wanted to buy from farmers, to make sure that it was so easy. I started Barn2Door in 2015. Very humble beginnings. A handful of people, literally in my basement, in the basement of my house. The stories you hear about startup companies starting in basements and garages is a real thing. In my humble opinion, Barn2Door is one of the best places to work, because we all get to go to work every day and help farmers be successful. If you met anybody on our team, and many farmers have, you'll hear and see their passion in helping farmers be successful. And we're not going to slow down. We know that this can really change the food system. This can make a big difference, not just for all of these farmers one at a time through their business, but for the greater food system as well. We're on a mission, frankly, to help as many farmers as we possibly can, because why wouldn't we? These are local farmers, amazing farmers doing amazing things, who care about the soil, they care about the food we're all putting in our mouth, they love their animals to no end, and we want that to be the future of our food. Hope you enjoyed that video. It certainly has been a fantastic journey to get to this point. We look often at the business and talk amongst ourselves to constantly evaluate and grow, because we want to be doing everything we can to serve farmers and to grow a successful business, so that we can help you grow successful businesses. We've asked ourselves, hey, why are we growing so fast? What is it that helps farmers be successful when they engage with and work with Barn2Door? And really, I think it comes down to three main reasons of investment that our company is investing in farmers. And one of them is product. It's simply building software that works, that's useful, that is really helpful to farmers in their unique direct-to-market businesses. So that's critical. Part of how we help you win is building the best software possible for you to be successful. So we invest. It's the reason we tripled our engineering team. In fact, it's now our largest department. Really excited about that, because there are things that farmers are asking for, and we're now going to be able to turn around and deliver faster. So I'd love to share with you actually a few of the things that will be coming out in the first part of 2021 that we're very excited about. And I know that many of our farm friends are equally as excited about, because it's going to just help things go smoother for you when you're running your business. 2020 was a big year in bringing forward subscriptions. So that was a big deal to launch subscriptions. We're doing a lot more improvements right now that are coming out shortly. We built the dashboard. It was sort of the tip of the iceberg to make sure farmers could see a snapshot of their business, get great information about what inventory was selling well or low, what customers were their top sellers, et cetera. We also built in 2020 a simple tax tool. Some farms have pretty basic tax needs depending on where they live in our country, and didn't need some really robust, complex tax tool. So in that case, we wanted to build it sort of in-house so that farmers could use a simple tool and not have to pay extra. Another really big deal that we launched very recently is a MailChimp integration. Big deal because MailChimp is considered the best in class in terms of newsletters and emails and email marketing. And that's part of the fun of the growth of Barn2Door, is we're now getting to this point where we're able to partner with the best technology tools and solutions in their class across industries. So MailChimp actually, this is really exciting. We're actually a certified partner now with MailChimp. Again, because we've grown, we've gotten to this point. We're now a trusted partner of MailChimp in terms of our ability to deliver to our customers. And so we went through a rigorous process to become a certified partner, which is really fantastic because now if you're a farmer who uses MailChimp and Barn2Door, you literally can drop down your inventory items and drag and drop right into your newsletter. And you can begin to track also analytics on, oh, hey, I sent the newsletter, they clicked on the button, they purchased something from the store. So really great tool. One of the most effective ways to ensure consistent orders online is that consistency in emails and newsletters. So that was a big deal for us. Really excited to have a trusted partner from an email marketing perspective. And there's more to come. In addition to this really exciting news about MailChimp certification, we actually have a number of things coming your way in 2021 that we're very, very excited about. And this is mostly just the first half of 2021. There's more to come later. But as a heads up, we actually are in the process of building our QuickBooks integration and are in the process of actually becoming a certified partner with QuickBooks. Couldn't be more excited. It will be coming out very, very soon. And I know farmers that we work with are delighted and very excited about this. We've talked actually to a lot of farmers' accountants as well in terms of what they need. So it's been a great process, a great collaborative effort, and we're just over the moon to be working and certified partner and trusted partner of QuickBooks. Coming soon. I mentioned in 2020 we built a basic tax tool right inside Barn2Door, but we want to service all farms. And there are farms that are in states that have very complex and intricate taxes that require a solution where that's all they do. Avalara is a best-in-class tax solution online. The same way MailChimp is to email marketing and QuickBooks is to accounting, Avalara is to taxes. They are the go-to with regard to your tax needs. And again, super excited to be working with them, about to be certified with Avalara. It's their stamp of approval in terms of them even backing it from an insurance standpoint. They are real-time taxes in these complex states at the time of purchase. So really powerful tool, and it now will be integrated with Barn2Door. So excited for farms to have access to Avalara, excited to be working with them. We'll actually even be looking to partner with them later this year from a Farmer Tax 101 perspective, right? We want to bring you all the information you need to be successful, including, tax advice from the folks at Avalara. QuickBooks is going to work with us later as well. So excited to be to the point where we are working with really meaty partners, if you will, for your farm to be successful, for your farm business to be successful, and make sure that you have the tools, resources, guidance, and software that you need. Another really exciting thing that we'll be releasing the first half of 2021 is reporting. If you could hear all of our farmers right now, there would be a collective sigh because so many of them have been asking for reporting. We are really excited about this integration, and it'll be powered through AWS, but anybody can download it and put it into your favorite reporting tool to then play around with all the data. This is part of getting you, the farmer, the data that you need to be successful in your business. It's truly information about what's selling, which location is the most productive. You can break it down by category and sales and delivery type and all the things that are interesting to you to then make good decisions about your farm business. So really excited to be bringing that forward to you in the first part of this year as well. This is probably one of my favorite things that we've been working on at Barn2Door that we're excited to bring to you. We've talked to countless farms about what they want from an inventory perspective and managing their inventory. We've logged countless hours as a team designing and going through every possible iteration and use case farmers might need. And it's pretty complex, but it's also really exciting. It's actually patent pending officially at this point because there's so many nuances, like I said, to what farmers need to be successful that might not be true of somebody selling on a commerce site with really basic items. So there's a few things that we're super excited about. Of course, farmers need to have visibility into their inventory, regardless of unit sizes. It's still the same inventory that needs to be real-time deprecated. Different prices for the same items, not a problem, same inventory bucket. And then farmers talked a bit about, wanting variations, or some people call them drop-downs, but variations on items is really important. That's coming your way. I think what we're most excited about is that all of this ability will not only give farmers the information they need to be successful, but also to offer a buying experience to your buyers to sort of lock in those sales. We want you to have consistent sales, which means early deposits that you then later can charge the final amount. Subscriptions is a really big deal, so we've built that in. And then the most exciting part for me is the automated replenishment of inventory. This in particular gives farmers visibility into sales. So you can actually look and say, hey, I have 200 eggs per week for the next 5 weeks or forever. And you can now see that 50% of them are already pre-purchased with subscriptions, committed, locked in sales. We have dairy farmers that we serve that sometimes are hitting as high as 80% locked in subscriptions. So wow, you can sleep better at night knowing exactly what you've sold. You could potentially consider increasing production if you want. Gives you a lot of information about things that you've sold, even quarters, households of cows well in advance. You can now see how many are committed for particular butcher dates. So really exciting to have this automated sort of replenishment for different time periods based on your needs as a farmer, and giving you visibility into sales that are still outstanding, but also that are committed. Obviously, that's a lot. That's one of the reasons why we're excited that we tripled our engineering team and really doubled down on our investment to bring you the tools that you need early in this year so that you can be successful. But I said there's more. Obviously, very excited about what we're building from a software perspective to bring farmers the tools they need to be successful. But we're equally as excited about the people and the support. We often say at our business, our team is on your team. And that's how we think about how we engage and work with farmers. So some of the ways that our team works with farmers in an ongoing capacity to make sure these farmers are successful and have the tools and the point people they need is we for sure start at the beginning, right? When you're learning to ride a horse, you don't just get on and you're an amazing rider. You have to learn how to get onto the horse and all the tools and tips. You have to potentially have the right gear, etc. So we help you get started down that process. We have an onboarding manager that each farmer gets assigned. And then we also have a brand team who comes in and they manage the project around helping farmers have their brand across all online channels. Of course, that's getting your newsletter set up, social, etc. So making sure that everything is set up. And then once they've got you kind of locked and loaded and you're ready to go and you're all set up and now people can engage, your customers can easily engage and buy from you on any channel. At that point, farmers are assigned an account manager or a point person. So from an ongoing perspective, there's typically an account manager that a farmer can reach out to at any time, who will also make sure farmers know when new things come out, or help them troubleshoot and improve things. And then there's also support, which is truly our support team in case there's technical issues. There's a farmer chat that farmers can access at any time for those quick questions. So again, for us, it's a relationship, it's a commitment for farmers to be successful. It's software, it's that service and support. And then it's also really leaning into your success. And there's a number of ways that we have been building up this part of our business for farmers to be successful, because we realize that there are just fantastic trends out there and data that we know from seeing the thousands of farmers we work with. We know what works, we see what works, we see what makes more sales happen for farmers. And so we want to get that data out to farmers. We also see buyer trends in other industries and success in other industries that we know could apply to farmers' business as well. So in terms of success, it's training, it's almost free consulting in some capacities, where we're bringing in extra resources for farmers to learn and sponge up and apply and try different things for their direct farm business to be successful. Whether a farm works with Barn2Door or does not, we want all farms to be successful. So we actually have a litany of free resources for any farm to use that we put out on a regular cadence, like weekly, monthly, and even quarterly, such as this conference, which is free for any farm to attend and hopefully have some great takeaways for them to be successful. Other things that we do on a regular cadence, we have a blog that we push out best practices and some of the data that we're seeing, trends that we're seeing, often doing spotlights of various farmers who have really specific successes that could be helpful, say, to dairy farmers or to ranchers, et cetera, and how you're moving poultry really well and locking in sales. So we give really specific kind of category blog posts and podcasts, actually. And then we also write ebooks once a month to just, again, keep bringing forward the best-in-class practices, very specific tactical examples, and hopefully the information and ideas and tactics that farmers can use to be successful in their direct business. So again, blog, newsletter, ebook, podcast, on any, you can download the podcast on any of the regular podcasts, wherever you like to listen. So really powerful examples and speakers in there. So I highly recommend you check it out. Another thing we're really excited about is best-in-class partners. So we're now at the size and stage where we get to partner with people who, are complementary, and it's this mutual win, if you will, with people in the ag industry. Really best-in-class, fantastic resources. These farming organizations have frequently been around for a while. They're very established. They're experts. They are experts, and they bring resources into their local communities, state communities. We highly encourage farmers to work with these partners in their local and state communities because they're very powerful from a community building standpoint. You want to meet other farmers, sometimes around particular practices or groups, resources with regard to growing practices and around specific categories. These are best in class. They're also a great way to build community, get the resources you need around those sorts of practices, even certifications, frankly. So highly encourage you to reach out to your local certified partners and people who are really digging in to help farmers near them. For our current farmers that do work with Barn2Door, we actually fold in academy training. For the annual subscribers, they have an opportunity to basically take classes on things that sometimes would cost thousands of dollars and consultants and all the things. We wanted to get them the information they need to be successful and comfortable in the various ways that they want to do marketing or be successful in different parts of running their business. We currently have academy classes around MailChimp, best practices, how to set up your newsletter, doing drip campaigns and automating some of it, which is great. Facebook 101 to 401, Instagram 101 to 401. What do you need to know to get started? Even if it's the bare minimum, what do you need to know to be successful? And then, of course, we continue to advance that education and information with additional advanced classes. Really excited for you to be at today's conference learning about price. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of the prezo and things that are coming from a Barn2Door perspective. If you're not already working with us, there's free resources, including today and all the information you're going to learn. Our hope for 2021 is be hopeful. Being online in front of buyers, they are there. They want to buy from you. And frankly, digital engagement through social channels, email, having a store online for people to easily purchase is less expensive and more effective than the original, take out an ad in the yellow pages or send out a flyer on a postcard. That's actually pretty expensive. And who knows if you get results from that, right? And so we couldn't be more hopeful because we're seeing it in front of our very eyes at Barn2Door, farmers being wildly successful, just getting them online in front of their customers, making it so easy to purchase from them. We want your farm to thrive, and so does your local community. Our goal is to make sure that farmers are accessible on all channels. There is a resurgence of local farmers selling direct to market, and there's a massive demand of buyers who are looking to buy direct and hungry for it. It's why we're seeing so many farm businesses take off in ways that we never even anticipated possible by being online and using those digital channels. Very excited for you today. Great lineup of sessions and speakers for you to be learning all sorts of new things for your farm. Take what works for you. Look into the resources. If you hear something you love and you need to hear it again, you can go to the directfarmconference.com website to then access the recordings. But you're not going to want to miss this. Next up is Jamal Miller. He is with MailChimp, so really excited about that. Obviously, our certified partner. He was at Amazon, then there. Fantastic. Can't wait to hear from him. What they see and what they know is working online, and now that you can hopefully fold into the success of your farm business. Enjoy today's conference.